bad, you know. It is bad. Donald Trump's popularity, it's plummeting. It's now in double figures. In Texas, of all places. Well, you can guarantee, in that case, is right across the country. So I suppose, you know, it's got to give you a warm fuzzy feeling inside. But I tell you what ain't getting you a warm fuzzy feeling inside is your confidence as a consumer. Since consumer confidence is down by 30%. 30%. We're talking about not inflation, more like a depression. If people aren't spending any money, what is feeding the economy? What is feeding the billionaires? You had to get that one right, didn't I? Now, even the wealthiest, there's only 26% that believe that their take on life now, financially, is better under Donald Trump. Only 26%. That's low. It's down by about 40% last year. Now with this inflation, no, actually let's get that right. This isn't, no. You got very low growth. You had growth under Biden, remember that. But now you've got very low growth, and you've got inflation. You've got consumer confidence. Like I say, it's down by 30%. So people aren't spending any money. They're holding on to the little money they got left because they're worried, they're scared, they don't know what is around the corner. And this is like all a direct result of Donald Trump's tariff threats on countries around the world. People are cottoned on that they know that they will be the ones paying the tariff. It is a tax. It's a tax. And the way Donald Trump is calculating these tariffs on the 2nd of April, using VAT as a marker, that doesn't make any sense. Everyone, say for instance in France, has to pay TVA, which is basically value-added tax. United Kingdom, VAT, value-added tax. So many countries, say, have VAT. I don't know, do you have VAT in the United States? Well, leave in the comments down below. I'd like to know that I would. And when you got inflation, people spend less money, which means less products need to be made or imported or shipped and sold, etc. And as such, there's less money in the pot. No matter what old Elon Musk might be doing, cutting all your services to save the pennies to pay the national debt off, well, it ain't going to help if you've got no GDP. You see, one of the problems we saw with Brexit in the United Kingdom, it caused a huge problem regarding, well, exporting, because of the extra fees involved, whether it be goods of animal origin, you know, meat. We had to get phytosanitary certificates. You know, we were exporting to our closest and nearest partners. Well, post-Brexit partners. The costs all went up. But unfortunately, those who are exporting had to suck up those costs. It's actually made many businesses, exporters, into the United Kingdom, but also into the European Union. They've given up. They've said it's not worth the candle. And we've seen this happen with Canada. It was more of an ideology, actually, for Canada. They're saying, well, bugger you. You treat us like shit. F ya. You're going to charge us all these tariffs? Well, up yours. Mark Carney pretty much said that in a speech. He said our friendship is over. And Donald Trump, he reckons he's had a nice phone call about Kanye, a constructive phone call, he said. Did Donnie. Basically, Donnie was, he'll shitting himself, I reckon. You see, if he's not shitting himself, because he should be, because this all bounces back on his doorstep, and it does. So if he ain't shitting himself, he is trying to control the market. He's effectively shorting the markets. Be interesting to see where they are investing whenever they make these announcements. Just like his dollar meme coin or whatever it was called. Dollar Trump or whatever. And Melania's meme coin. People foolishly saw Donald Trump being inaugurated as some kind of financial win. Everyone was going to be better off. You know, this meme coin did pretty well, but, you know, with 80% retainer, and, you know, he basically grifted you. Yeah. Unless you know what you're doing, grifted you. People lost so much money. People lost their homes over it. Over this feckin' thing that isn't got no actual value whatsoever. It's just a thing. It's a non-fungible asset. There's nothing to funge. No. But people paid the money. People who didn't really know how it works. What did Donald Trump do? Yeah, he floods it. The value goes down. And then he buys more, and then it goes up again. Oh, it's just the same old rinse and repeat. But you see, you can't keep shorting markets. You can't keep telling the people that you're going to do something. Do something that is effectively going to make people stand up and listen and think, oh shit, I need to sell, or I need to buy, or I need to hoard my money, or I need to go and buy some dry food and put it in the cupboards. And shitloads of water, God knows what else, to protect ourselves. See, that's what happens. You can do it so many times. Because if you keep backing down, such as on these tariffs, like they did with Mexico and regarding the car manufacturing, you can't keep doing that. Because people cotton on. No longer will it have the same effect as it did before. Because it's all about sentiment and feeling, and same when you make investments. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my... I can't shut up. But yeah, it is a feeling. It is a sentiment. When you're dealing with futures, you have to have some kind of insight what is going on, and you have to come up with a conclusion, which could be partly based on a feeling. How you feel it's going to go. It might not be based on logic. You might be making an assumption for yourselves. You can't run an economy like that. Not a stable economy. That's kind of what's happening. There is no stability. I say, we saw this with Brexit. We're going to have a deal, then we weren't going to have a deal. Then we're going to have a deal, then we weren't going to have a deal. They had a really rubbish deal right at the end. At the last minute. Driving licenses weren't negotiated at that point, and there was loads of other stuff as well. And then there's a transition period, and bit by bit, you get getting bitten in the arse. We found no benefit of Brexit, and there's no benefit of Donald Trump, apart from being woken up. Being woken up to the grifters, these charlatans. They told you that Donald Trump, the US President, dum-dum, Donald Trump. He told you he was going to do all this stuff, and you weren't listening. Because he's actually doing it. He told you what he was going to do. There's no secret. No. He's now cancelling contracts to the unions, and the unions that look after the interests, in this case, around 800,000 workers. Literally just going to collapse. No union backup. Employees will be treated like shit. Just like DP World did to the P&O ferry employees. 800 just sacked by text. They couldn't even go and collect their stuff. A lot of them were liverboards on the old P&O ferries. And they couldn't even go and get their stuff. It was just chucked in bin bags and left on the quay for people to fumble through themselves and find their stuff. That's how these people treat these major corporations like DP World, who's Saudi Arabia's company. And they too have got too much of a hold in the United Kingdom, just like your Black Rock is. They're buying up this, that, and absolutely everything, and now they've got 2 ports in Panama. They don't care about their employees. And that's you. But what they don't seem to understand and realise that you are the backbone of their businesses. Without you having money in your pocket, if there is no real direct foreign investment that has any real value, well then, quite frankly, all that will happen is that these companies are going to feel it too. These billionaires will feel it. We can hurt them in the pocket. Look what's happened with Tesla. The people have chosen, they've decided that Trump's association with Tesla is, they know that you hurt Tesla, you hurt Elon Musk, Trump's association, Elon Musk's association with Tesla. Actually, you could say Elon Musk, Trump's as well, couldn't you? Considering that he had he was a salesman the other day, a little docket and that, trying to sell the Teslas on the forecourt of the White House. See, the country, the United States, has been broken up. Whether it be intentionally or not, but it is being broken up. You've got states that are, they're actually going bankrupt. They're going bankrupt. You see this, like Tennessee, for instance, they're having to make around $250 million budget cuts, which means job losses. And then we have the same problem. Those people no longer got money, and no money to feed the system, to feed the beast, to provide the cogs in the machine to make it all work smoothly. So unemployment is obviously going to be on the rise, and this is a direct consequence of the tariffs and Doge. We need consumer confidence for people to buy stuff. And if people don't buy stuff, other than the essentials, well, then quite frankly, then you've got no economy. Plain and simple, no economy whatsoever. You see, from what I can see, there's a lot of people out there now who's looking to become more self-sufficient with food and what have you. You see, you can look after each other. And what's quite typical here in France, you see, I might have a good crop of potatoes, because I grow food. Down the road might have a good crop of peppers, for instance. Well, then we do an exchange. We look after each other. Or we might barter with each other. Oh, we like that cabbage, and I'll give you this, I don't know, aubergine, eggplant, whatever. You see? Because you might be the best at growing things, and 1 year be good, and 1 year be bad, and they might be the opposite, so you can barter and exchange. You see, if you look after each other's community, you can actually protect each other, and then you create tighter bonds with people. You might even be able to break through this, the MAGA divide, between the Republicans and the Democrats. We all bleed red, Except Donald Trump, he bleeds orange. With a bit of Cheeto dust. What do you expect from a Cheeto bandito? Quite frankly. So this situation, talking about food and what have you, there's going to be more reliance on food banks for people. Unfortunately, the government assistance, it's been cancelled. And as such, there's around 20 old trucks of food heading for food banks up north Ohio that are literally just rotting. There's about $2 million worth of food just rotting. Now, it was only a few weeks ago, there was a whole load of food that was destined to help people because USAID got sideswiped by Trump again and Doge and Elon Musk. Yeah, again, loads of food just went to waste, rotted. Aid packages, just rotting. You already got the food, it's already paid for. Give it to them. But no, they're literally sprawled across the flipping roads in protest. So it's dire. I never thought I would see it so bad as this. If you read between the lines, and then you look at all these industry papers like I do, whether it be farming papers, whether it be stalls, and there's loads of them out there, industry papers. Very interesting, some are dead boring. But they do give you a real insight on what's going on. from the horse's mouth. These are the people who talk to the farmers. These are the people who talk to the industry themselves, because that's who their papers are meant for. Unfortunately, a lot of them behind bloody paywalls. And on top of all this, so you got your tariffs, consumer confidence is down, imports and exports are, so the flow of goods across the border down. It means less direct foreign investment into your country. We're talking about exports as well as imports there, because you get retaliatory tariffs. So you don't have the people. Either do you don't have the people. They've all been sent to El Salvador prisons. Been nabbed off the street. Just ordinary folk who might have a tattoo. What they do, they dehumanise them when they get to El Salvador. They shave their fucking heads. Oh, I know what we do. We'll make them look more like terrorists. We'll make them look more like the drug cartels. We'll shave their fucking heads. Ordinary folk who just want to get by, look after their families, maybe go to college, have been chucked in a prison with their shaven heads half naked, and then expected to pose behind cosplay Christy Gnome. That's disgusting. These people are disgusting. And around the world, you see, we're watching. I'm watching. Countries are watching. They're changing their travel advice, one after the other. Well, obviously Canada, the United Kingdom, New Zealand, crikey, I think there's Finland as well, and Denmark and Norway, the Netherlands. The list goes on. No one's going to want to travel there. That is foreign money coming to your shores, being spent on your shores. Your hospitality sector is going to die. Literally. Die. That on top of the fact that the people who've got their education, clever sods and that, with big foreheads. The T-foul heads, the ones with the big brains. The scientists. Clever people. Computer programmers, etc., etc., They're all going where the money is and where they're being treated well. You say, in Europe, for instance, there's many countries that are doing tech visas. So, if you're a programmer or you've got something to offer, maybe you're an AI specialist, well then you can get a tech visa in places like Italy and Spain and various other places in Europe. Actually, even in the United Kingdom. Don't go there, though. It's not that great. It's madness. So you got a brain drain. The problem when you're a brain drain, you say, how do you recover from that when all you've got is maggots? People with little red caps on. Well, they ain't going to rebuild your country, are they? No. Unless you just want labourers, but, let's be fair, a lot of them don't look like a kid who can even push a broom. Horrendous. But that's the situation that you're in. It's broken. The United States is broken. It saddens me. And changing the laws regarding labour, having people to work the fields, have people to set up the chimneys, and factories, etc. Allowing 14-year-olds to work nights while they should be at school during the day. I ain't going to save you, no. It's shit. It's absolutely shit. And like I said a second ago, it does really sadden me. Because this is it's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for an uprising by the people. Which, what do you get from that? You get martial law. That's the next step, martial law. When you got martial law, there'd be no elections, no nothing. No, I'd say those who work for the police or The military. Is that why they try and bring back all the military from around the world? Not from the base, isn't it? Because you're going to have to issue martial law. Well, quite frankly, they need to step up themselves. Maybe you need a military coup against the government. Well, let's be honest. It won't be the first time that we've seen a regime change, is it? It's usually instigated by the United States, though. Anyway, what say you? Please leave it in the comments down below. Blimey, what an absolute mess. And if you want to support the channel, do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee in the links down below. And it is very much appreciated, it really, really is. But, you know, this is hard. It's just, you fell out with your closest neighbours. You fell out, literally fell out with Canada. The most docile country there is. Just nice people. I just don't get it. It's nuts. Absolutely crazy. You MAGA morons out there, if you are watching this video, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. You really should. And yes, you are morons. Moron is as moron does. Stupid is as stupid does. Anyway, please hit the like button. Toodaloo. Love to the family.